So let's get started. Once again, welcome to DJ Ray's Music Goats. Tonight, it's the greatest Motown artist of all time, and we're going to kick it right off with number 20, and it's Wilson Pickett. Wilson Pickett, his most popular hits include In the Midnight Hour, 1965, Land of 1000 Dances, 1966, Mustang Sally, 1966, and Don't Knock My Love, 1971. Thanks for the gifts, guys. Keep them coming. I love it. Darren, how you doing, buddy? Wilson Pickett's biggest music influence was Little Richard, who he referred to as the architect of rock and roll. Throughout his career, Wilson Pickett was nominated for 5 Grammy Awards, and in 1991, he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So coming in at number 20, greatest Motown artist of all time, it's not Wilson Pickett, but he is number 20, so it's pretty good. That's good to hear, Darren. Good to have you back, buddy. I appreciate the support. Love it. Okay, cool. So number 20, greatest Motown artist of all time goes to Wilson Pickett, which takes me to number 19. Number 19 is a duo, actually, called Sam and Dave. This American singing duo, who performed together from 1961 until 1981, the group's baritone voice was provided by Dave Prater, while the tenor vocals belonged to Sam Moore, who recently passed away on January 10th, 2025 at 89 years of age. Yeah, just a few weeks ago. Sam and Dave's most popular singles include Hold On, I'm Coming from 1966, Soul Man, 1967, and I Thank You from 1968. Many musicians have named Sam and Dave as an influence, including Al Green, Teddy Pendergrass, and the legendary Michael Jackson, to name a few. Both Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees. In 2019, Sam and Dave also received the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award. So coming in at number 19, it's Sam and Dave, the 19th greatest Motown artist of all time. Now, I say all time, but really when you think of the Motown label, it did go on past this era, but really it was between the years of, like 64 and 74. That's not to say I don't have a couple artists here before 64, and it's not to say that there's not artists, and a couple more artists maybe after 74, because, you can consider Lionel Richie Motown, totally. But he wasn't really in the Motown era, the real Motown, what I just said there, the 64 to 74, but even with the Commodores. But most would qualify Lionel Richie as a definite Motown artist. So there's a lot like that came later. But to me, the Motown label was at its peak, and it was what it was in the early to mid 60s right through to the early to late 70s. So a recap, number 20, greatest Motown artist of all time goes to Wilson Pickett. Number 19 goes to Sam and Dave, which takes me artist number 18, which is Eddie Kendricks. Noted for his distinctive falsetto vocals, Eddie Kendricks co-founded Motown singing group The Temptations. He sang lead vocals on popular singles like The Way You Do Things You Do, 1964, Get Ready, 1966, and Just My Imagination, 1971. As a solo artist, Kendricks recorded several hits of his own, including the #1 singles Keep On Truckin' and Boogie Down. Stargate Chrissy, I've seen, just is going with Lionel Richie. So this isn't songs, Chrissy, this is artists. So I'm going to take that as Lionel Richie is your pick. You just want to clarify that. Hi, Jen. Yeah, if you're saying Lionel Richie, that's why Lionel Richie is a Motown artist. He just came at the late 70s with the Commodores, and as a solo artist, he was fully in the 80s. And again, the argument is, are they Motown artists, or was Motown really just when Motown Records He's giant. So anyway, where was I here? Eddie Kendricks. In 1998, NBC aired The Temptations, a 4-hour TV miniseries based upon the trials and tribulations of the group's musical journey. In 1989, Eddie Kendricks was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and in 2013, The Temptations were honored with the prestigious Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award. So coming in at number 18, it's Eddie Kendricks on DJ Ray's greatest of all time Motown artists. I'm going to take a quick second here and check in with Sarah. How you doing out there, Sarah? Is everything, looks like we got a busy room today, eh? What is...
Yeah, it's pretty good in here, Ray.
I'm glad you're here today. I don't think I can keep up.
Well, we're all happy, enjoying the show. Thank you.
Yeah, I can see a lot of talking going on. Smokey Robinson for Darren, I just seen there. And yes, Uncle Mike, taps are always free for all. Please tap away to your heart's content. Get it? The little hearts thing. So is looking good with the picks there. I see there's a few.
Yeah, we have a few, but we'll have to wait and see till you get to the end.
Gotcha. Okay, I see Chrissy picked Aretha Franklin. That's a great pick, but somebody that might have picked her before that. I'm not sure, but I'll leave that with you, Sarah, for now, and I'll get back to the countdown and check with you back in a few more minutes.
Excellent.
Great, thank you. Okay, so quick recount here. First of all, I'm DJ Ray. I do this every Tuesday, 8 o'clock, live on TikTok. It's called Music Goats. The greatest of all time in different music themes. Tonight, the theme is all about the greatest Motown soul artist of all time. Who's it going to be? So far, it's not Wilson Pickett. He was number 20. It's not Sam and Dave, the duo. They were at number 19. It's not Eddie Kendricks, lead singer of The Temptations, who also had a solo career, but that's a whole different story. Keep typing them in. Who you think is the greatest of all time? How you doing, Ricky? Yeah, we'll see who the champ is this week. We've got 3 champions so far: Ange, Nana Banana, and Uncle Mike. So we'll see who picks the right artist tonight. Okay, let's get back to the countdown here. Coming in at number 17 is Ben E. King, who was an American singer and songwriter who rose to fame as a primary singer of the Drifters. He sang lead vocals on 3 of the Drifters' biggest singles, including There Goes My Baby in 1959, This Magic Moment, 1960, and Save the Last Dance for Me in 1960 as well, which, by the way, was their only U.S. #1 hit. As a solo artist, Ben E. King is best known as the singer and composer of Stand By Me, which became a U.S. top 10 hit both in 1961 originally and later in 1986 when it was used as the theme to the film of the same name. You remember that movie in the 1980s, Stand By Me? It resurged. So twice it hit the top 10. Benny King was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1988, the Vocal Group Hall of Fame in 2000, and the Songwriters Hall of Fame in 2012. Number 17, greatest Motown soul artist of all time, Ben E. King. And for those of you who are unaware, February is Black History Month. So you're going to find all my Tuesday lives are going to be about different Black music. Of course, Motown is, I don't even know if there was a Black Motown artist or white Motown artist. I'm trying to think. Off the top of my head, I'm going to say it's a pure Black genre because I don't off the top of my head. And even if I can think of one, it was a very dominated Black genre. So, definitely paying tribute to Black artists today for sure, and for the whole month. So number 16, we have the Isley Brothers. Okay, an American singing group that began as a vocal trio consisting of brothers O'Kelly Jr. Ronald, O'Kelly Jr., Ronald, and Rudolph Isley. They are best known for their hit singles, Shout, 1959. Remember from the Animal House? They were the original, you make me want to shout. Twist and Shout, 1962. This Old Heart of Mine, 1966. And the Grammy Award winning song, It's Your Thing, 1969. The Isley Brothers have been honored by several musical institutions, including the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which inducted them in 1992. 5 years later, they were added to Hollywood's Rock Walk, and in 2003, they were inducted into the Vocal Group Hall of Fame. In the year 2014, they received the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award. Those are a lot of accolades for the Isley Brothers, who come in at number 16. Greatest Motown soul artists of all time. I threw soul in there too because it's the same music, really. It's just Motown had its own little stable of amazing artists, and Berry Gordy was the designer behind it all, really. So yeah. Okay, let's continue on here. Hi, Rizzy, how are you? Any friend of my sister's is a friend of mine. Mountain Mama. There we go. This is great. Okay, so number 16 was the Isley Brothers, which takes me to number 15 of the greatest Motown artists of all time, and it's the Spinners. These guys may be my personal favorite on this list. Their biggest hits include tracks like I'll Be Around in 1972, Could It Be I'm Falling in Love, 1972, One of a Kind Love Affair, 1973, Games People Play, 1975, and Rubber Band Man, 1976. And there's a few more, but you get the idea. Although they had amazing chart success, they only ever posted one chart topper titled Then Came You, alongside legendary singer Dionne Warwick. So in actuality, that song, if you want to get technical, they never had a number one. As great as the Spinners were, they never had a number one except for Then Came You, and that was really credited. That's a cute dog. Thanks for the gifts, guys. Then Came You was actually a Dionne Warwick song featuring the Spinners, but they still get credit for a number one song. So in 1976, the Spinners received a star. Received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And in 2023, they were officially inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So coming in at number 15, one of my favorite Motown artists, maybe my favorite, I have to give that some thought, but top three for sure, the Spinners. Let's take a sec here, just to do a quick check-in with Sarah. Is everything going good out there, Sarah? Any interesting... Sophie, is you talking about your dog?
No, I think we're all good here, Ray. You had a couple of really cool gifts, though. They were really
Yeah,
cool.
I noticed that. That was really cool.
I don't know if you noticed. It almost looked like DJ headphones. Mountain Mama sent you, I think it was. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Mama, that's great. And thank you, everyone else. If I missed it, that was amazing. I just looked up there, and what was the one with the little dog butt coming in my face? That was kind of
Aaron, I think, sent that over. Yeah, he was cute. That's why they looks like Angie's dog, little doggy.
There you go.
So cute.
That's good. So yeah, it's true. Darren, too bad we couldn't make our own. I don't even know how to do it, what you guys are doing, let alone make my own. But yeah, in time, guys, in time. Thanks, Sarah. I'll check back with you in a few more minutes.
Excellent.
Oh, by the way, guys, I got my cup back. There's some Christmas lights, patio lights. So I don't have to use that dumb-looking Starbucks cup anymore. Hopefully I won't lose you again. I love you so much. Let's move on. Okay, so today I'm DJ Ray. Every Tuesday I'm here live on TikTok doing my show called Music Goats, which stands for the greatest of all time. Every week I pick a different theme and determine the greatest, in this case tonight, Motown soul artist of all time. in, recognition of Black History Month. All of my themes this month of February, every Tuesday at 8, will be about different types of Black music, to recognize how much Black music has changed the world. So anyway, let's continue on. My last artist, I believe I said, was the Spinners. And coming in at number 14, the Jackson 5. Now, some of you might be scratching your head and thinking, Michael Jackson's at number 14? What's up with that? Keep in mind, Michael Jackson just started when Motown he just started. Like, he was just a little baby almost, had that squeaky voice. So there was only, the Jackson 5 weren't yet the Jackson 5, so let me just go over the Jackson 5. They were an American family band composed of brothers Jackie, Tito, Jermaine, Marlon, and of course, Michael Jackson. They were the first group ever to debut with four consecutive #1 hits on Billboard's Hot 100 chart with the songs I Want You Back, ABC, The Love You Save, and I'll Be There, all charting in 1970. In 1980, the Jackson brothers were honored with a star on Hollywood's Walk of Fame, and in 1997, the Jackson 5 were officially inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So Michael Jackson, yeah, but Michael Jackson's a solo artist. He's over here in the Jackson 5. He was just a part of, and he would eventually end up leaving them and having a bigger career than the Jackson 5 ever dreamed of on his own. So anyway, that's not about Michael. It's about the Jackson 5. His brothers count to, bottoms up to Jackie, Tito, Jermaine, and Marlon. Coming in at number 14 is the Jackson 5. Thank you for following me. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, guys. You remember the variety? You remember the Jackson 5? Is that who you're referring to, Ricky? Or is Chrissy? Sorry. Okay. Yes, I don't really remember the variety show. I remember seeing it, but I don't remember like watching it or anything. I must have missed it a bit. Just missed it. I was too young. Yeah, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Okay, number 14, the Jackson 5, which takes us, my lucky number 13, Martha Reeves and the Vandellas. Okay, formed in Detroit, Michigan, which, by the way, Detroit, Michigan was what Motown was built around. Motown Records basically came from Detroit, Motor City. Detroit is Motown. So formed in Detroit, Michigan back in 1957, this all-girl group, Martha Reeves and the Vandellas, helped pioneer the Motown genre and ultimately shape its future. This trio had a string of popular hits, including Heat Wave, 1963, Dancing in the Street, 1964, Nowhere to Run, 1965, and Jimmy Mac, 1967. Again, just to name a few. During their 9-year run on the charts, they posted over 26 hits and recorded in the style of doo-wop, R&B, rock, pop, blues, and soul. Quite the combination of genres. In 1995, Martha Reeves and the Vandellas were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And in 2003, they were also inducted into the Vocal Group Hall of Fame. Coming in at number 13, Martha Reeves and the Vandellas. Which takes me to song number 12. I'm DJ Ray. I'm here every Tuesday. I love you guys joining me. We try to keep it as interactive as possible. Speaking of interactive, if you can guess who you think is the #1 soul or Motown artist of all time, we're almost there. We're at number 12. Very soon we'll be determining the #1. See how well you know your music. Who do you think is the greatest soul or Motown artist of all time? Just type it in there. Sarah will write it down for you, and we'll see who the real music scholars are in this room. Okay, number 12, Gladys Knight and the Pips. You gotta love that as a backup. The Pips. I got the Pips as my backup band. It just flows. After signing with Motown Records in 1966, this group had success with singles like I Heard It Through the Grapevine, 1967, Midnight Train to Georgia, 1973, and The Best Thing That Ever Happened to Me, 1974, to name just a few. This legendary vocal group have won multiple Grammy and AMA awards, and in 1966, they were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. In 2001, Gladys Knight and the Pips were also inducted into the Vocal Group Hall of Fame. Coming in at number 12, another one of my favorites, Gladys Knight and the Pips. Continuing our show today, Music Goats, the greatest of all time for Motown and soul. Number 11, we have a gentleman by the name of Otis Redding. That's right, Otis Redding, nicknamed the King of Soul. So many somethings of soul, the Prince of Soul, the King of Soul. When I think of that moniker, I think of like James Brown, the Godfather of Soul. But I guess you can have a Godfather, a King, a Prince, a Queen. You guys know who that is, and maybe even a jester of whatever. I don't know. Anyway, nicknamed the King of Soul, Otis Redding was known for popular singles like Respect, 1965, Satisfaction, 1966, Try a Little Tenderness, 1967, and his signature track, Sitting on the Dock of the Bay, 1968. Rolling Stone magazine ranked him at number 8 on their list of the 100 greatest singers of all time. So in Rolling Stone magazine's opinion, there's only 7 singers in any genre that are better than Otis Redding. His career accolades include 2 Grammys and the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award. He's also been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and the Songwriters Hall of Fame. So artist number 11 is Otis Redding as one of the greatest Motown artists of all time. And tragic ending to his life, but that's a different story for a different time. So we're in the top 10. Where's Chrissy with him? See, I said it wrong last week. It's the soft drum roll for the top 10. It's the medium drum roll for the top. It's supposed to be the top 3, and a big drum roll for the number 1 song. That's it. Let's see. I'm thinking a little clearer this week. So let's get into the top 10. But just before we do that, everything soft drum roll. You got it, Chrissy. How's it going, Frankie? Just seeing you now, buddy. Everything's still good, Sarah? We got everything under control with the picks, and everybody's...
Yeah, everything's good here. Thanks, Ray.
Good. So what pick would you say? Or who do you think looks like they got a nice pick?
Oh, yeah, we're doing good. They've got some great guesses there, Ray. Absolutely.
All right. So
we're just going to have to hold on and hang tight till the end of the show.
I'm trying to get it so that one week nobody wins. I almost had it last week, but Uncle Mike came through, right? So he just...
I don't know.
He's the disco guy, man. I bet you Uncle Mike teared up the dance floor back in the day. I bet you any money. It just strikes me as that. But so, yeah, I'll check back in with you in a couple more minutes. Thanks for doing this. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks, Ray.
All right. After Chrissy's soft drum roll, we'll get into the top 10 right now. Artist number 10. Soul. This is soul, right? Mr. Soul, in my opinion. Al Green. Okay. He's best known for recording a series of hit singles, including Tired of Being Alone, I'm Still in Love with You, Love and Happiness, Take Me to the River, and his signature track, Let's Stay Together from 1972. Referred to by many as the last of the great soul singers, Al Green has won 11 Grammys, including the the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award. In 1995, Al Green was officially inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Um, as far as just songs, when I listen to Let's Stay Together, I swear to God, that song's like so old. You know, it's been around. I mean, I was only 7 when it came out. So, I mean, ever since the first time I heard it until this very day, if somebody put it on, I'd have to drift off and just listen to it. They don't make songs like that anymore. So, coming in at number 10, I give the nod to Al Green, which takes me to number 9. James Brown. Okay, what do you say about this guy, Mr. Electricity here? You really know you made it big when you have as many nicknames as James Brown. Also known as the hardest working man in show business, Soul Brother #1, Mr. Dynamite, the minister of new super heavy funk, and the godfather of soul. James Brown coming in at number 9. From my personal perspective, I feel that James Brown is more of a soul artist rather than a Motown one. However, since the lines between soul and Motown are somewhat blurred, as we were saying, James Brown has been a major influence on the development of Motown. Interestingly enough, he was one of the first 10 inductees to enter the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So James Brown is like the real deal when it comes to music. We tend to forget, but they call him the godfather of soul for a reason. And coming in at number 9, it's got to go to James Brown. Once again, a reminder, I'm DJ Ray. I'm here every Tuesday night, 8 o'clock, live on TikTok, usually for about 45 minutes ish, around there, give or take. I don't do a stopwatch or anything, but this isn't network TV or anything. So, if it's a few minutes, we're all friends here, you know, a few minutes either way, it's all good. But every week I do my show Music Goats, which stands for Greatest of All Times. And each week I have a different theme, you know, the greatest hip hop artist, the greatest country artist, the greatest, you know, disco song. And tonight it's kicking off Black History Month. It's the greatest soul or Motown artist of all time. And we are at number 8 now. So let's do it. Number 8, the Four Tops. The Four Tops are one of America's most successful music groups from the 1960s that helped propel Motown Records to international fame. Many would consider the Four Tops to be the definition of Motown sound. Their most popular hits include songs like Baby, I Need Your Lovin', 1964, I Can't Help Myself, 1965, It's the Same Old Song, 1965, Reach Out, I'll Be There, 1966, and Standing in the Shadows of Love, also released in 1966. In 1990, the Four Tops were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And in 1999, they were also inducted into the Vocal Group Hall of Fame. Coming in at number 8, epitomizing Motown, it's the Four Tops. Okay, let's see who we got for lucky number 7 here. Coming in at number 7, my greatest of all time soul and Motown artists is Smokey Robinson and the Miracles. Okay, referred to as Motown's soul supergroup, the Miracles recorded more than 50 chart singles, including 7 top 10 hits and a number 1 single with Tears of a Clown in 1967. This group has won numerous music awards, including 4 songs that were inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame. That's big. In 2012, they were officially inducted into the prestigious Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Smokey Robinson and the Miracles come in at number 7. And just a little quick footnote on this, on Smokey Robinson and the Miracles. They were both literally icons in their own right. Smokey Robinson and the Miracles. The Miracles, Smokey Robinson was too big for the Miracles. Eventually, as many artists do, he left for a solo career and had a great one. But the Miracles continued on without him and just replaced him, and also had a great, I guess not a solo career, but without their star. So there's not a lot of artists that can say they've done that in the past, but Smokey Robinson and the Miracles were something special, and they come in at number 7. Hope you guys are enjoying everything so far. I could use more taps if anybody's got a finger that's not too sore, and yeah, appreciate all the love. It's still not too late to pick who you think is the greatest soul Motown artist of all time. So feel free to pick away. Just type in the chat box. Okay. So number 7 was Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, which takes us to number 6, the Temptations. Over the course of their career, the Temptations have released 4 number 1 singles in the US, including My Girl, 1964, I Can't Get Next to You, 1969, Just My Imagination, 1971, and Papa Was a Rolling Stone, 1972. In 1969, the Temptations became the very first Motown act to win a Grammy Award for the song Cloud 9. Many years later, in 2013, they received the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award. Talk about starting hot and ending hot. In 2004, Rolling Stone magazine included the Temptations on their list of the 100 greatest artists of all times. Mozzie says James Brown, eh? Didn't I? Hold on. What did we do here? We did James Brown, number 9. Ask Mozzie to guess again. Yeah, we did. James Brown was number 9. And you're allowed to guess right up to number 5. So he's right there. You know, it's not like I'm showing favoritism to family or anything. Pick again, Mozzie. Okay. Yeah, great group, the Temptations. Again, I was saying about the Four Tops. The Temptations might even be bigger than the Four Tops to the Motown label. Well, obviously, I got them higher. So whenever I think of the Four Tops, I think of the Temptations. When I think of the Temptations, I think of the Four Tops. There's been a lot of similarities between the two. But if I had to pick, I would probably lean to the Temptations. The reason I like the Temptations is some of these artists developed from like Marvin Gaye, for instance. They developed, and Temptations are one of them, from that boppy kind of Beatles British Invasion sound to evolving into like a harder soul, maybe even slightly funk sound, just like the Beatles evolved into a more defined rock sound. Anyways, that's a different topic too. So number 6 was the Temptations. So let's get our medium drum roll as we go into the top 5. I don't remember if we do the drum roll at 5 or 3, the medium one. We'll do it at 5. So here comes. Okay. Coming in at number 5. But just before we do that, Sarah, is everything good and all good out there for you? Medium drum roll.
Yeah, you're good out here, Ray.
Just so everybody knows, Chrissy's my official drum roller. We kind of have a thing going on. Sorry, Sarah, you were saying?
Sorry, I think I missed something there, Ray. Sorry. It cut out.
Oh, no problem. So everything's cool with you? Picks are all underway here?
Yeah. They can keep their guesses coming. I'm waiting.
Perfect. Okay, so we're going to check in a few more minutes and find out if anybody picked the number 1 soul Motown artist of all time. How about you, Arlene? Give it a shot. What do you think? Who is the greatest Motown soul artist of all time? We'll check back with you in a couple minutes, Sarah.
Thanks, Ray.
Okay, so let's get to it. Where did we leave off here? The top 5. Okay. Coming in at number 5, Sam Cooke. How's it going, Rose, sister? And lover man, what's going on? Sam Cooke, commonly referred to as the King of Soul. Here we go again. Sam Cooke's most popular singles include You Send Me, 1957, Chain Gang, 1960, Cupid, 1961, Twistin' the Night Away, 1962, and Another Saturday Night, 1963. Love that one. Just got that reggae kind of vibe. Another Saturday night, and I ain't got no money. Haven't heard that one in a while. I gotta write that one down. Gotta listen to it later. You don't think of these songs until you do. Sam Cooke was twice inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, once in 1986 and once in 1989. He was also inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame in 1987. Rolling Stone magazine named Sam Cooke the fourth greatest singer of all time. Did you catch that? Fourth. That means only 3 artists ever in history does Rolling Stone magazine think is greater than Sam Cooke. So that's quite the compliment. And Rolling Stone magazine is a respected magazine, so in the music industry, at least. So yeah, Rolling Stone named him the fourth greatest singer of all time. And in 1999, Sam Cooke received the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award. So, artist number 5, greatest soul Motown artist of all time. Coming in at number 5, it's Sam Cooke. Okay, I know somebody said this next person as the winner. So, obviously they didn't win, but I got to give them credit for picking this close to number 1. Aretha Franklin comes in at number 4. Although she was commonly referred to as the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin, thanks for the gifts, guys. Keep them coming. I appreciate it. Although she was known as the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin wasn't so much the Queen of Motown. That said, her greatness was so immense that she easily deserves a number 4 spot on this list. Some of her biggest singles include Respect, 1967, Chain of Fools, 1967, Think, 1968, and Rock Steady, 1971, just to name a few. Rolling Stone magazine named her the greatest singer of all time. Not number 4, not number 3, not number 5, number 1. Rolling Stone magazine. And not just Motown or soul, the greatest singer on the planet ever of all time. Okay. And on 2 separate occasions. And in 1987, she became the first woman ever to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You know, when you think of, some of Aretha Franklin's accomplishments, they're just kind of mind-blowing in a way, No wonder, people refer to her as, it should be bigger than the Queen of Soul. She's bigger than that even. But first ever woman to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Talking about bragging rights, eh? She won the Grammy Legend Award in 1991, the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award in 1994, and in the year 2005, George Bush Jr. honored her with the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Number 4, greatest Motown soul artist of all time goes to Aretha Franklin. And if it was just soul, no Motown at all, which is hard to do, you probably have to go with Aretha Franklin, number 1, Queen of Soul. And maybe James Brown, number 2. I don't know. That's a different topic. And like I said before, there's a kind of blurred lines between soul and Motown. And the only real difference, Motown had a distinct sound, but they also are all signed by the same record company called Motown Records. So your guess is out, eh? Did you guess Aretha, Chrissy? Hey, Lori. Hi. Okay, so Morning Thunderbird. Lori, I like that in the brackets now, right? Yeah, see, we're getting a little more. It's a whole family thing here. Song. Number 3, number 4, all-time greatest Motown soul artist with Aretha Franklin, which takes me to number 3. So I'm going to save the big drum roll for number 1. Okay, just get another little drink here. Song number 3, greatest Motown soul artist of all time, Marvin Gaye. Better known as the Prince of Motown. So what we had? The Godfather? No, that was soul. Okay, so yeah, he's Motown. but he's also soul. This guy is great. So, better known as the Prince of Motown, he helped shape the very core of this genre by producing iconic tracks like How Sweet It Is, 1964, Ain't That Peculiar, 1965, I Heard It Through the Grapevine, 1968, What's Going On, and this is where he started to transition his sound to more political, What's Going On, 1971, Mercy, Mercy Me, 1971, and Let's Get It On, 1973. Some of Marvin Gaye's many accolades include winning the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award and inductions into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and the Songwriters Hall of Fame. In January 2023, Rolling Stone magazine added Marvin Gaye to its list of the 200 greatest singers of all time. Coming in at number 3 on DJ Ray's greatest Motown and soul artists of all time. Number 3, Marvin Gaye. Let's see if I see anyone who said number 1 here. Did anybody pick the number 1 song? Will I finally stump you guys? I still haven't done it. Every week, somebody has won and picked the number 1 song. But we'll see. So, just a quick reminder. Once again, my name's DJ Ray. You changed your answer? None of that. I'm just kidding. Go ahead. I'm DJ Ray. I'm here every Tuesday night, 8 o'clock sharp. I usually open up a few minutes early too, just to let you guys get in, and make sure everything starts right on time. Tuesday night at 8 o'clock, and I do my show called Music Goats, Greatest of All Time, and we celebrate a different theme every week. This week, it's all about, because of Black History Month, we're going with all Black artists this month, all my podcasts, so the different genres. Tonight, it's all about Motown and soul. Who's the greatest soul Motown artist all time? I want to know. So we just left off with Marvin Gaye, who could have easily won in his own right, Mr. Motown himself, but he didn't. Artist number 2, Diana Ross and the Supremes. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Loveland Riki changed to Supremes earlier. Great pick. Sorry you lost, but great pick. Again, Diana Ross and the Supremes could easily win this. I mean, it comes down to perception a bit. But anyway, I got them at number 2. And maybe part of the reason is the fact that they didn't stick together, but I don't even know, because they were perfection. They were an all-American girl group formed in Detroit. The Supremes were Motown's crowning jewel, amassing an incredible 12 number 1 U.S. singles, including their signature hits, Where Did Our Love Go?, Baby Love, You Can't Hurry Love, and Someday We'll Be Together. Lots of love going on. You see that? That's Diana Ross, right? She was just a great, great diva. They are particularly known for their influence they had on other Black girl groups, such as the Pointer Sisters, TLC with Left Eye, and Destiny's Child with Beyonce. All inspired. I mean, you look at Destiny's Child, it's like they just literally copied Diana Ross and the Supremes, if you think about it. Well, sure, the music's a little different, but, for its time when Destiny's Child came out in the late 90s, it was kind of a Motown of the 1990s, But some of the Supremes' biggest accolades include inductions into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1988, the Vocal Group Hall of Fame in 1998, and in 2023, this legendary trio, known as Diana Ross and the Supremes, received the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award. How's that for some accolades? Number 2 goes to Diana Ross and the Supremes. Chrissy, you ready to do the big drum roll with me? 1, 2, 3. Boom. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Just before I do that, I want to check in with Sarah once more just to see if you got it. You ready?
I'm telling you, I think you won this time.
Oh, yeah? Well, let's see.
Yeah, you're good.
Sarah's got the inside scoop of who won, so I'm going to. What is going on here? why did they do stuff? Why did they put little things on your to solve? I don't get it. Anyway, I'm in the middle, like, TikTok's so rude. Um, so okay, here we go. Did anybody say this artist, the number one greatest Motown and soul artist of all time combined? But mostly we're talking Motown here. Number one, nobody said it, I don't think. Stevie Wonder at number one. In the music industry, he was a child prodigy, releasing his debut single, Fingertips, in 1963, when little Stevie Wonder was just 13 years old. This was his first number one single. Some of his other chart toppers include Superstition, 1972, You Are the Sunshine of My Life, 1973, I Wish, 1976, Sir Duke, 1977, and I Just Called to Say I Love You, 1984. I can go on with a bunch more, but you get the drift of things here. Throughout his career, Stevie Wonder has won, check this out, an incredible 25 Grammy Awards, which is more than any other solo male artist. I mean, any solo artist. Like, it doesn't matter what genre, Freddie Mercury, George Michael, whoever, any male solo artist, nobody tops Stevie Wonder with Grammy Awards. I think it's Beyonce that has the girl record, which is even more. Mozzie guessed that? Stevie Wonder? Is that what you said, Ange? Because my moderator over here is telling me nobody guessed Stevie Wonder. Oh, he just told you. Yeah, gotcha. Oh, I see you doing a little business there on the side, Ange. Good to see. So yeah, 25 Grammy Awards. Who does that? Stevie Wonder does. And he started at 13, so he had time to do it. So brilliant career. He has been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the Songwriters Hall of Fame, and in 2014, he received the Presidential Medal of Freedom from Barack Obama, I believe, right? So there you have it. The number one soul Motown artist of all time goes to Stevie Wonder. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun today. Hi, Jimmy. It seems like we've a lot of people. Mozzie got it on here. Okay, Mozzie. So does that count as a championship? Let me see. If Mozzie, who's not actually on here, but he's with my sister Ange. So, or maybe he is on here, but a different name. Anyway, I apologize. Everybody's gonna think I'm cheating here or something. My nephew Mozzie has guessed, so you guys still got me at bay here. I still haven't stumped you. Mozzie guessed the number one, Stevie Wonder. So congratulations, Mozzie. Now we have 4 champions that have single titles. We have Ange with the Eminem and the hip hop title. We have Nana Banana with the best country artist and the Johnny Cash, the best country artist title. We have Uncle Mike, who picked the disco song YMCA by the Village People. He's got that title from last week. And Mozzie is the champion of Motown and Soul. My nephew's got a lot of soul. What can I say? Probably the youngest guy in this room, and he picked Stevie Wonder. Guy's from a different time. Anyways, good on you. Good on you, buddy. So, guys, thank you for all the gifts. Thank you for the likes. I just want to, before I let you go, remind you a couple things. That next week, Tuesday, February 11th, right here on TikTok, live at 8 p.m., it's going to be the greatest funk artist of all time. And then the following weeks, I'm going to get even heavier. I'm just going to do the Have a Good Night, Loveland. Ricky, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it. So next week, it's the greatest funk artist of all time. And just also like to say, be sure and check me out on social media. I'm on most of the major platforms. And you can easily find me by just going to whatever your favorite platform is, typing in DJ Race Music. I'm not on LinkedIn. Mm, I'm not on Snapchat, but pretty much other, even the new, oh, I shouldn't even say names. Okay, keep forgetting. Just trust me, go check out. You'll probably find. You love funk, Frankie? This is funk. I'm doing funk, so uh, I separate disco and funk. So um, good night, morning, loves and hugs back and light. So yeah, uh, I'll be doing all this month Black History. Uh, it's going to be Black artists features every week. Next week, the greatest funk artists of all time. So that's it for now. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the support. And I look forward to seeing you again next Tuesday, 8 o'clock live right here on TikTok. Good night, guys.